What is going on, guys? So sorry about the lack of uploads, but not really. I've just been busy and stuff, but it is a new year, new me. But we are back. We're gonna be working on the 914 again. Now the car has just been running fine. I haven't really been driving it because it's Colorado and it's wintertime and it's cold. So you know, my tires don't really work that well and I don't have heat or, you know, that sort of stuff. What I do have now, which is cool, is parts to install on my car and a cat that won't stop meowing. So we're gonna install a bunch of these parts over the course of the next whenever I get to installing them, including this catalytic converter. But yeah, so to start, I'm gonna start tearing down the car. The biggest things right now is I want to, the cooling system's getting redone. That's probably gonna be step one. The interior is getting completely redone, so I want to tear everything out of the interior. I also want to clean up all of my wiring. There's a little bit of like janky wiring, mostly from when I was getting it running. I just wanted it to run quick, so some of the stuff just isn't loomed and doesn't look very pretty. It's not janky in terms of function, mostly just looks. Let's start ripping this thing apart and getting working on it again. It's fairly bright in my garage overall, but as soon as you get to the back here, behind the lights, it's pretty dim. So I think I'm gonna buy a couple more lights and put them back here. So I never want to work back here because I can't see anything. I'm gonna pull the battery out because this is actually the wrong battery, and I'm not gonna be running the car for a while. So may as well get it out and not have to worry about electrocuting myself on anything. Break my car. While I'm back here, I'm actually really tempted to relocate the battery to the front trunk with the radiator. I guess that helps a lot with weight distribution in these cars, and I don't know, it just it takes up all this space in the engine bay. It's all ugly, and I don't know, really considering it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Cat, what? I should probably fix that while I'm at it. For some reason when I pull the hood latch, it doesn't actually pop up. And I think I've been sort of warping the hood from yanking on this corner, which is how I can get it to open up. So if you guys watch, you'll know that I've had a couple of cooling issues with this radiator. Sort of hard to tell if it's been cooling issues due to the radiator itself or bubbles in the system. I sort of think I've had issues from both, but as you can tell, the core is like half an inch thick or so. It's a stock radiator out of a Subaru Legacy. I got it out of so it's like the matching radiator to this engine, I guess. But I got it from a junkyard for like 20 bucks. It's, you know, served its purpose. This is supposed to be a performance like track car or whatever, so this has got to go, obviously. I always knew it was going to at some point, and I finally have a new one. So, let's yank this thing out. I'm gonna put a drain pan underneath. I'll just let most of the coolant drain into here since it has a hole in the bottom to drain out, so. You know what? I'm gonna pull this hood off. One, to give me more room for making everything in here. But two, also to give you guys much more lighting. So I'm actually gonna get rid of these hoses. Well, I'm gonna keep these hoses, but I'm gonna push them back through so that they're underneath the car, because I never put like a gasket, what do you call it, a grommet, I guess, or whatever, on the edges of this so it doesn't cut the hoses. It hasn't done any damage to them yet, but I know over time it's just gonna, that steel is gonna cut into these hoses and leave me stranded. So. So, in case you didn't notice, I just took my door off because there's a big fat giant dent in it, and I've had another door sitting under my bench well, since I got this car. So I've had another door that came with this car, and I've just been too lazy to put it on. So I took this door off to force myself to install it, and sort of to give myself some more work to work on the interior, since that is another plan that I am trying to do right now. So now that that's off, I'm gonna start, I'll pull both the seats out and pretty much all the interior that is easily removable, which is mostly just the seats. So I got pretty much the whole interior of this car sitting here, besides the seats, which are also out. But it's pretty nasty in here once you pull the seats out and everything. It doesn't look too bad when you were just looking at it before, but with everything out, I mean, it is gross. So if anything, this is just good to clean it out and everything, but I do have some new interior parts. I even removed the shifter, hint hint, there, because I don't like that shifter. It's a piece of garbage, if I'm honest. But I didn't even know that these seat brackets came out, which is nice. They're down there in this pile, because then I can make a bracket for, say, a different seat without having to do it in the car. I can do it on the bench or whatever. Makes it a lot easier on me. But I got the last of the carpet out. I got the e-brake handle out, which was right there. That was sort of a pain to pry off there. But I had to take that off, one, to clean it, and I want to lube it up and stuff, make it work a little bit nicer. And this carpet piece, in order to remove that, that has to come out. I got the speakers that sit right there and over here as well, out, as well as that last carpet piece. This same carpet piece over here, pretty much everything that could be stripped from the interior, minus that door card, steering wheel, and then the dash I left completely intact. So I'm gonna clean this up because it's gross, and I want to, you know, use this as an opportunity to clean it up, maybe paint the interior and make it look nice so that it doesn't look like such a shitbox when I'm driving it around, basically. So yeah, I guess vacuum is gonna be first step. I've got a couple of wires in here that I'll clean up once I finish vacuuming and stuff, but I tore out actually a bunch of wiring too that was sort of obsolete, not being used anymore, but was just sitting under the seats. So yeah, let's get the vacuum out, get to work. Here's how it looks now. That's just literally vacuuming it and scraping it up a little bit. No chemicals or water or anything. Which it already looks like a million times better. You know, I started this job at this restoration facility, and we do a bunch of like really high-end work, and it sort of changed my outlook on how to do stuff, I guess, a little bit. Mostly in the sense of I want to be better at paying attention to detail and stuff. So like, this is something that I should have done right when I got the car, is like pulled it all apart and cleaned it and stripped it and everything. But instead, it's been filthy since I've got it. And then it just, you know, you drive the car around and that stuff flies around and it's dirty on the interior, even when it sort of visibly looked clean, I guess, because the seat was covering up all the crap. But like, it's so simple and it makes such a big difference for the end product. So I'm gonna start soaking it in degreaser and stuff and scrubbing it and that sort of thing. I really want it to look really nice, and then I'm probably gonna scuff it all up and then paint it. I'll probably do like an undercoating or something inside of here, something that'll hold up real nice. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on cleaning, keep on getting myself dirty, and keep on working. I got the interior pretty much cleaned out. I'm getting to where pretty much this is all I'm gonna take care of tonight. Before I get some, it's late, so I can't go to the store, I don't want to go get some like heavy duty chemicals, really clean the shit out of this thing, and use some tools to clean it out. I don't know, maybe a wire wheel and stuff. But I was gonna mess with the steering wheel because in case you haven't noticed, I'm probably gonna be replacing this, aka I am replacing this, because this is like the ugliest part of the interior in my opinion. Some people like these wheels, I really don't, so I'm getting rid of it. But obviously, in order to take it off, there's a nut in the center, so the steering or the horn button needs to come off. And I've never bothered to look it up because I've never bothered to want to take off the wheel or anything. But I thought this was a really weird way of removing the horn. Like a lot of times, like on my Subaru, there's like 2 bolts on the side that you take out. But for this, you just twist it. Like, what? It just twists off. Like, I can imagine like back in the day when these cars were new, like someone like messing with it and being like, oh shit, here goes my horn, damn it. But yeah, that's probably why my horn button didn't work, actually, was that. And actually they don't have a spring in them, which I knew this from my work because I had to order the parts for a 356, which is the same horn setup. Instead of a spring, they actually have this piece of rubber, and this piece of rubber like works as a spring. Mine's nice and worn out, but my horn didn't work, and I think it was because of this janky ass wiring. But now I can replace that all since it's getting a new steering wheel and everything. Spoiler alert. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it for the video. The interior is looking real nice compared to what it was. Stripped obviously, but just a lot cleaner. It was actually really gross once I got the seats and the carpets and everything out of it for the first time. So I'm pretty happy to see, or I think I'm gonna be really happy once I get it all cleaned or painted, like coated and everything looking like perfect. So I'm super stoked about that. So that's gonna be it for my video today. As always, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I never really set New Year's resolutions. Wow. I always thought those were sort of dumb. But this year I really wanted to try to focus on my YouTube channel, try to put a lot of effort into it. I think the biggest thing that has held me back all this time though is my lack of consistency. So I really want to try to set up sort of an upload schedule, maybe weekly or bi-weekly, preferably bi-weekly. I think that's probably ideal for now. So let me know if you have any ideas of what you think would be good in the comment section below. I'm sort of trying to think of something that'll work well for my schedule and everything. But yeah, I want to put a lot more effort into it because I enjoy doing it, and it's just something I want to, you know, sort of dedicate my time to. And I'm sure you guys would appreciate that as well. So yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts on that down in the comment section below, or just whatever else. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I've got a bunch of stuff coming up for this car. I know it's like running and everything now, but I'm tearing it down because, like, example, here's one part that's going in it soon. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff that's sitting up in my apartment, and also have some other stuff coming in the mail for it because I still want to do to this car. and I really want to make it nicer to drive, more reliable, more, I don't know. Don't really know how to explain it, but get ready, because it's all coming. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.